The New York Rangers ended up failing their ultimate goal of winning a Stanley Cup this season, and the Rangers could possibly look to make a blockbuster trade to really boost their chances of potentially competing and winning a Stanley Cup for next season and beyond in the future as well. So we're going to take a look at this star player who could possibly be up for trade. Now, I don't necessarily think that he's going to get traded, but it is somewhat of a possibility. You never know. Things can definitely change. And although right now it may not seem like he's available for trade, it definitely could change in the future. So let's take a look at this player, and it is Brady Tkachuk, who I think would be a perfect fit for this New York Rangers team. Now, we did see Steve Staios kind of shut down the rumors around Brady Tkachuk potentially being traded a few days ago, but if Brady somehow does become available, if he asks for a trade or whatever happens there, if they obviously put him up on the market, the Rangers would be a perfect destination for Brady Tkachuk. I think we have the assets to get a deal done, and I think he would just fit into this team so well. He is a massive 6'4", 221-pound left winger. He is such a talented overall player. He is a massive 6'4", like I said, physical winger. And this is the thing with him as well, is the Rangers need some more grit and toughness and physicality on this team. And that is exactly what Brady Tkachuk brings. Every single season throughout his NHL career so far, all 7 of them, he has had at least 200 hits or more, except for his first year, his rookie season, where he ended up having 174. And the next lowest, other than his rookie year, is 242 that he had back in 2022-2023. So the second lowest amount of hits he's had in a season is 242. This past season ended up having 294. He has been a very, very physical player overall throughout his entire NHL career so far, and that is exactly what the Rangers are missing with this team currently. He's also been quite healthy for most of his career, so that is definitely a plus as well. A very physical, big, tough guy, but he's also been quite healthy. He's a very good face-off guy, although he is more of a left winger than not really a center, but he does play left wing. He is very good in the draws, though. Ended up winning 200 face-offs and only losing 180 for a face-off win percentage of 52.6 this season, which is very, very good. He's an all-around great two-way kind of forward there. Pretty solid defensively. Not amazing, but definitely not too bad in his own zone. But offensively is a very talented player as well. This season, he ended up having 81 games played with the Senators, 37 goals, 37 assists for 74 total points. But the big thing with him as well is the fact that he gets a lot of his offensive production done at even strength, which is something that Rangers definitely lack at moments. He would be a great guy to really boost the 5-on-5 scoring for this team, as he ended up finishing tied for 31st in the entire NHL with 52 even strength points, tied alongside guys like breakout star Wyatt Johnston, Jason Robertson, Travis Konechny, Jonathan Marchessault, so Vincent Trocheck as well, the Rangers player obviously, and 1 even strength point above Lafreniere. He is in a mix with a lot of great players who've done a great job at scoring 5-on-5 at even strength there, and he would definitely add to this team. I mean, right around Trocheck and Lafreniere, we know they can get the job done at 5-on-5, and Brady Tkachuk can do so as well, which is a very important thing for this Rangers team. We know the 5-on-5 play, like I said, can definitely be bad at moments for this team, and he would definitely help with that a ton. And it's very possible we could see him make a switch over to the Rangers if he does and end up having a pretty big jump in his overall kind of point totals. I mean, his career high in points right now is back in 2022, 2023 with 83 points. This year at 74. And he has 3 years in a row now of hitting 30-plus goals, which is great to see. He's a fantastic goal scorer, a good playmaker, and just an all-around great offensive weapon, and would really help this team out in pretty much all categories that we need help in. I mean, the physicality, the goal scoring, the playmaking, he can do it all, and definitely would provide a big boost for this team. And taking a look at his contract here right now, he has 4 more seasons left under contract with a cap hit of just over $8.2 million, which is not too bad at all for what he brings. And he does have a no movement clause that does kick in 2025, 2026. So if the Senators were ever going to actually trade away Brady Tkachuk, it would make a lot of sense to either happen now or at the deadline before his no move clause kicks in, because then he can really limit down the teams that he could possibly get traded to, which would kind of affect the value that the Senators could possibly get back in return for Brady. So if he was going to get traded, I would imagine it's probably going to happen this offseason, but maybe it happens in the future as well. It's definitely still possible, but their package that they could get in return would probably drop off by a bit. A little framework here that we could possibly see for a deal is quite a bit there. It's going to cost a lot to get a young kind of superstar level guy like Brady Tkachuk, who's also a very physical and solid kind of overall player. But a framework could possibly be, 1 or 2 first-round picks, so probably the first-round pick in this year's draft, which is number 30 overall, plus Gabe Perreault, the New York Rangers' top prospect, which some Rangers fans might not want to give up, but this is a star-level player you're getting, so you have to understand that. He's going to cost a lot, and Gabe Perreault is probably in this deal. So 1 or 2 first-rounders, Gabe Perreault, Then probably one of Keandre Miller or Filipino to give him a nice young NHL player right now, as well as potentially Kakko, or maybe it's just another prospect or two. Either way, it's going to cost a lot, and that's just kind of a rough framework of what we could possibly see. Don't take me word for word here. It's kind of a rough breakdown on what a trade could possibly look like. These are definitely some pieces I'm sure the Senators will be interested in. First rounders, a high tier prospect in Gabe Perreault, some good young NHL talent there in Miller and Hedl, and obviously Kakko, who is definitely his value is a lot lower than what it's been in the past, but still and maybe an all-right kind of young NHLer for the Senators to try and get a little more out of than what we've seen so far with the Rangers. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily think this is going to happen. I don't think Brady Tkachuk is going to get traded. I do think that he is a building block for that Ottawa Senators team that is trying to make the playoffs for the first time in quite a while. But if he did become available, he is the perfect target for this team. Obviously, a guy like Matthew Tkachuk would be ideal. He's already on a contending team. He's not getting moved, so his brother would be a great fit as well. I think he is truly a perfect piece for this team. He brings the physicality that we need. He brings some offensive punch, some good 5-on-5 scoring. He's a big, tough player. He can get under your skin and stuff like that. He can, definitely be a bit of a rough player. He can fight a bit. He hits a lot. He can block a shot. I mean, he's just a really all-around great, tough player and can produce at a high level offensively, especially at 5-on-5. I think he's the perfect fit for this team and definitely could help us potentially win a Stanley Cup. But anyways, let me know in the comment section down below. Would you do this trade or not? Because if we could, and even if it was available, it's going to cost a lot. It's going to be, 1 or 2 first-round picks, like I said. It's going to be Keandre Miller and or Filipino, plus maybe Gabe Perreault and another prospect or Kakko. It's going to be a lot of stuff there. I mean, obviously not all that stuff I said, but it's going to be a lot of stuff there. It's going to cost a absolute ton. So would you want to give up a huge haul for a guy like Brady Tkachuk, who does have 4 more seasons left at a very manageable cap hit? Anyways, though, thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for daily New York Rangers content, even throughout the entire offseason. I'll catch you next one. Bye.